We are live looking through a smart telescope, live looking at the Eagle Nebula. Is this incredible or what? Usually when we think of the Eagle Nebula, we think of another name for it, which is the Pillars of Creation. And we are looking at this in real time, live through the Seestar s50 smart telescope. Thanks for joining. We've got beautiful clear skies in my location in Southern California. And this is absolutely the best time of the year to see the Eagle Nebula. During the summertime, particular June, July, one of the best times to see the Eagle Nebula. If on the screen you're going to see the Eagle Nebula, I'll zoom in, but you're going to see it right around the center. I've been image stacking for about 20 minutes. And at the bottom of the screen, you're seeing the live view of the telescope. This nebula, folks, is located about 7,000 light years away from Earth. Absolutely impressive. It's one of the most iconic and famous nebulas for sure. Yeah, it's incredible. It's really amazing. I'm going to zoom in, but before I do that, I just wanted to show you guys. This is the one that we're looking at. I'm pulling it up from the NASA website because I want all of you to see it. See if I can pull it up there. Exactly what we're looking at. Okay, there we go. Look at that. You can compare it. You can compare it. Look at this. Look at this. You see how it kind of looks like... It looks like a hand to me. It kind of looks like a hand. That's literally what we're looking at. Let me move down a little bit more. But yeah, think about it, guys. This is 7,000 light years away from Earth. And then when you think that each light year is approximately 6 trillion miles, blows your mind. Hit me with a like if you're loving this. Subscribe if this is your first time joining. And that lets me know you want to see more live deep space. It gets me pumped and it gets me hyped to continue doing these live streams. I'm going to zoom into the Eagle Nebula on the telescope. Let me take off that little preview mode, and you can see my telescope live down there at the bottom of the screen. What's going on, Frank? Thanks for joining, and Astro Emma as well. From Texas, all right. I grew up in Texas, not too far from you in Houston. I know it's late where you are at. It is only 10:20 p.m. here in California, Pacific time. So I know it's late out there in Texas. Thanks for joining me. But yeah, we're going to zoom into this Eagle Nebula, just looking amazing. And this will continue to get better and better as we keep stacking. Yeah, guys, let me know where you're watching from. Yeah, thanks. I've been out of the country. I was out for 2 weeks. That's why I wasn't in doing live streams, and I did miss it. I must admit, I missed showing this to all of you and engaging with all of you too. All right, John, what's going on? All right, nice to have all of you. I'm glad you guys are awake. I didn't I didn't schedule it. I didn't schedule the stream because I wasn't sure, and I've been a bit tired and jet lagged from my trip. But I'm glad you guys are on. That's awesome. We are looking at the Eagle Nebula, the pillars of creation, just looking amazing. Look at the details that this scope can capture. I can't believe it. I think this is one of the most iconic, I would say, images that I saw since I was a child from NASA, for sure. I was blown away by this the first time I saw it. The first time I saw like these images from NASA, it just blew my mind. It is unforgettable. And then the new ones that came out with like JWST as well. The JWST telescope. This is Messier Object 16, so it's known as M16 as well. Mike, British Columbia, thanks for joining. Stealth, full name 50541, thanks for joining as well from North Carolina. Wonderful. All right, Frank heading to In-N-Out Burger. I love it. You know, funny thing, I had that for lunch today, but that is a common thing here in California, but that's cool. I'm glad that Texas now has In-N-Outs. All right, Chasing Cosmos, cool name right there. Toronto, Canada. Yes, thanks for joining. John is saying that he also did Eagle Nebula 3 days ago. All right. It's just, you know, when it's out there, you got to take advantage during the summer to see this. I have been waiting to look at this for a while because it's just, I know it's been visible for several weeks, but it was too low on the horizon for me, or it'll come up too late at night, and I just didn't want to stay up at 2, 3 a.m. to capture it, so I've been waiting, counting down, and I'm glad now I'm able to see Eagle Nebula. I've been dying to do a live stream of this. It's in the constellation Serpents. And the magnitude is a 6.0. You guys are seeing this. I'm looking at it from the NASA website, and it's an emission nebula. Gotta love this. I'm gonna zoom in a bit more. Let me play with the features here with the contrast and this. See, I can bring out a little bit more color or so, or a little bit more sharpness. I do wish we had a sharpness feature while we were live imaging. You know, that's usually only in post-processing here in the app, but yeah. Wow, I'm surprised. It looks like most of the viewers right now, maybe from, I mean, I'm just seeing from what you guys are typing in the chat, maybe mostly from the US and Canada. Usually when I live stream late like this, it's mainly people from the other side of the world, or from Europe, or from India and things like that. I'm curious if anybody else is watching from other countries. Is anybody experiencing clearer skies now during the summertime? By any chance, have you been able to get your Seestar out there more often? Your telescope, or any telescope that you have? Stealth, looks like you're saying you had some clouds. Oh, your first time. Oh, nice. Like the first time did you just recently get a Seestar? Stealth? So guys, I'm reading a bit about the pillars of creation, just this spot that we're seeing, particularly zoomed in. I'm gonna zoom in more. It's 4 to 5 light years. It stretches out 4 to 5 light years, that's still big, but compared to the full Eagle Nebula, the full Eagle Nebula is a monster. It spans 70 by 55 light years. Wild. And it was discovered in 1745 by a Swiss astronomer. How cool is that? Congratulations, Stealth, on getting a Seestar and using it for the first time. That's exciting. Oh man, that's super exciting. I'm happy for you. And the Eagle Nebula just blows my mind. I wish we could see it throughout the whole year. But yeah, right now, guys, get your scopes and point to this if you haven't already. Go look at the Eagle Nebula because it is just iconic. Mike, you got the Pac-Man Nebula. Oh man, that's another one I gotta do. That's awesome. That's awesome. Man, that's a bummer. It looks like a lot of you guys are having some clouds. A lot of clouds. It's been very, very clear. Simple Man, what's going on? Yes, I am back. I was out of the country for like 2 weeks or so. And I'm excited to be back live. Good to see all of you. Oh, Seestar Astronomer? I like that name. You went to a Bortle 1 in Colorado and got Andromeda? Wow, Bortle 1. What location was that? That's awesome. Were you like at a national park or Grand Canyon or... That's awesome. That's wonderful. Oh, that's good. That's good right there. Let's see, guys. We're at 26 minutes... 26 minutes of image stacking. These pillars of creation, they just always look like a hand with, you know, the fingers going up to me. It just looks wild. This has to be one of the most popular nebula. I think so. How much more can I zoom into this? Has anybody lately been stacking Simple Man? You're talking about stacking. Have any of you been using the Deep Sky stack at all in the Seestar app? Or are you guys mainly doing with external software like Cyril or PixInsight and things like that? What have all of you been imaging lately? Is there anything for the summertime besides Eagle Nebula that you guys are totally into or you would like for me to image next? Maybe perhaps you have too much clouds and there's something you want to try maybe that you haven't yet. Oh yeah, Whirlpool Galaxy. Definitely Whirlpool Galaxy is, oh man. It's awesome. I love it because you've got the interacting galaxies with the smaller one like attached on the tail with the whirlpool. Have I live streamed that yet? I don't know. It sounds familiar. I can't recall. Maybe I just saw it a lot of times, but I don't know if I can't recall if I've live streamed that one. John, you're saying you Seestar stack and post on tablet. Yeah, you know what, guys? I try to make it simple for me, and I like to do like use the auto feature like on my iPhone or my iPad on the photo editor. Like, you know, when you download your image from your Seestar to your phone, usually not just iPhones, Androids too, I'm sure, they have like their own little kind of post-processing where you can edit your own images, and sometimes by just hitting auto, I do it all the time on my phone. I just hit auto and it'll have a decent look of, you know, it'll post-process the image automatically in like 1 second, and I think it usually looks pretty neat. It does a good job of figuring it out. So I don't do much of like more pro stuff like in Serial or PixInsight and stuff, because I just want things quick and easy, which is what this channel is all about. I try to make things as simple as possible. Yeah. I mean, I think it's awesome to do the stacking and take your time to do all of that. I think that's really cool too. But, you know, I like the quick and easy stuff. And Simple Man, you were waiting. Oh, you're waiting for NGC 891, a galaxy? Oh, cool. I had to look that up because I couldn't recall off the top of my head. It's in the constellation of Andromeda. Oh, that one looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of the needle. The silver needle. That one looks really cool. Simple Man, 7 hours on M51. Oh my goodness. And Stealth also M51, all before the clouds. 20 hours on M51. You go for it, and please let me know. That's awesome. On Whirlpool Galaxy, please let me know how that comes out. If you try to stack that one too in other processing software, let me know. Oh, John, looks like we got a 1 hour on the Needle Galaxy. That's awesome. That must have looked nice. Especially because you got some nice dark skies out there where you're at. Half my Bortle scale. What are we on this one? We're at almost 30 minutes, guys. Almost 30 minutes of stacking this one. I don't know what was going on. Before I started trying to go live, for some reason I couldn't get any nebula up. Like my Seestar just kept saying previewing image, but nothing was showing, and I was getting kind of a little bit frustrated. And it has nothing to do with the updates, because before that it was working just fine. Like yesterday I used it a little bit in the evening and it was totally fine. So I don't know what was going on. I think some of the stuff I was trying to image maybe was too low on the horizon. I'm actually not even sure, but the lesson learned was that if you get something weird that seems like it's kind of like a glitch, I learned to just turn off the Seestar, wait about 1 minute, and then just turn it back on and start over. I kept just trying to force it to like find any object and grab whatever, and it wouldn't do it. So just the best thing is to just shut it down, wait about 1 minute, and then turn it back on. Then it was smooth as pie. Astro Emma, Hand of Thanos? Oh my goodness. Wait, is that one? Wait, what? Which one is that one? I feel like I'm confused with the one that's called the Hand of God or something? Hand of God Nebula? Is that the same thing as that one? Give me some background on that, Astro Emma. I'm trying to figure that out. I'll write it in the chat, Seestar Astronomer. Your question, that's a great question. I was just looking at it on the NASA website under Pillars of Creation. It's in the Serpents constellation, which serpents to me sounds like a serpent, you know, like a snake. Yeah, it's a northern hemisphere constellation. So guys, the Omega Nebula, which is M17, is below the Eagle Nebula. I haven't tried that one yet. It's a separate, it's in a separate constellation though. It says Sagittarius. Which M17, Omega Nebula. Oh, okay. Omega Nebula is also known as the Swan Nebula. Okay, you know what? You know what, guys? I saw that. Let me minimize my Seestar. I don't think I've imaged that with the Seestar. I saw it in the Sky Atlas. There it is. You see it? Swan Nebula right there. Okay, that's got to be another target for another night. But love that we can zoom in now with the... It's easier to zoom in at least with the new update with the plus and minus right there. Okay, so... Yep, Swan Nebula right there. Has anybody gotten this before? With your Seestar or any other scope? How is this in a different constellation? Wow. Just below Eagle Nebula. Known as Omega because they say it looks like the Greek alphabet letter. The O. And then also looks like a swan. Crazy. I'm trying to figure out what other nebulae that are famous are in the Serpent's constellation besides the Eagle Nebula, besides the Pillars of Creation. Mike, you've been doing Bubble Nebula, Swan. Okay, looks like you did Swan. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, Trifid and Cocoon. Oh, I haven't done Cocoon. I need to do live with all of those. Maybe do a little marathon or something. The Swan Nebula and what is it the other day I wanted to do too? I feel like they're so low on the horizon. When they start rising, it's just like so late here. It's awesome that all of you guys are even on. I wasn't sure what to expect, but you know, it's almost the weekend. The weekend is practically here. Oh, CG4 is the Hand of God Nebula. Okay, Simple Man, thanks. Oh, Cassiopeia, Mike? Really? Cassiopeia right now? Oh, I'm curious. Did anybody... You know what? Maybe I should do a little poll. I'm curious if anybody heard about the asteroids, the near-Earth asteroids, or they call them, like, planet killers. Did anybody... It was live today through Live Telescope website. I literally missed it by, I think, 30 minutes when they had gone live. Yeah, I'm just curious if anybody knew about it, but I wanted to see it live. I think I ended up falling asleep because I've been so jet lagged from my trip, and when I woke up it was too late so for me to look at it. But they're saying it's one of the biggest near-Earth asteroids, and obviously Earth completely safe was not going to have an impact, but it's like 1.5 miles or something long, or 2 to 3 kilometers big. But yeah, it's long gone now. I don't know. I don't think we can see it anymore. But I really wanted to see that. Thanks for joining, Sue. Simple Man, Messier 40 and 73. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, the asteroid that was near Earth today, I mean, it was a big deal just because they said it's larger than 99% of known near Earth asteroids. That's what the European Space Agency was saying. So it's like a mountain-sized thing. I mean, it's bigger than that if it's like a kilometer. And they named it the Planet Killer because it could, you know, it could wipe out. We could wipe out a planet or something if it were to hit Earth. Yep, it was 4.1 million miles away, which is, it's actually close. I mean, that sounds really far, but astronomically speaking, something 4 million light years away is close. I mean, we're looking at Pillars of Creation right now, 7,000 light years away, right? And each light year is 6 trillion miles. So if something astronomy, if any space object is 4 million miles away, that's very near. There's another one for June 29th that's going to be live, guys, that they're going to live stream. And I'm talking about this site called Live Telescope. But yeah, they're going to... which one is the one for June 29th? It's another asteroid that's... You know... I think it's another one of those dubbed planet killers. I think there's another one for June 29th, if I'm not mistaken. They're this the other one is the size of Mount Everest. I want to show this to you guys. If I can pull it up. Okay, I'm pulling it up there because I want you guys to see these articles that I'm seeing. And I think the asteroid that's getting near June 29th is going to be way closer to Earth than the other one. Let's look at a reputable source here. I don't like to click on whatever. Live Science. New York Times. New York Post. Smithsonian. Okay, so Virtual Telescope Project is the one that streams it live. I think they just do a quick live, like maybe 20, 30 minutes as it's getting close to Earth through their telescopes. I think they're located in Italy, if I'm not mistaken. So they did that one today, earlier today, which I missed it, completely missed it. On Saturday, they're doing the next one, guys. So, like I said, this doesn't happen every day, okay, guys? So this is those kind of rare events. So Saturday morning, 9:46 Eastern, is another asteroid that's going to be closer to Earth. Also, they're naming it the planet Killer, passing at about 3/4 the distance to the moon. You can see it with binoculars, which is cool. So people in Hawaii or South America are going to have the best view, but also visible in the US. So, and the object's going to be moving super quick. Okay, wow, so it's going to be hard to spot it. It's going to be too difficult to get that with the Seestar because it's just going to go by so quick. I mean, you probably can, but first of all, to try to look for it, it's going to be really, I don't know. So yeah, the next one is not going to be till another few years that we're going to have another close encounter. So yeah, these are, I guess, pretty special. These are pretty special. Aju Sharma, thanks for joining. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Are you talking about Beetlejuice or what are you referring to? What's going on, Blair? Thanks for joining, Blair Sinclair. Simple Man, I can't believe you live that close to a Bortle 1. That is awesome. Wild right there. Looks like we have a lot of new people on, guys. That's awesome. Thanks for joining. Is this the first time some of you have found this stream? Did you guys hear that the same sunspot that caused the Aurora Borealis, you guys know I was streaming a lot last month, the sun, live streaming the sun, and that same sunspot from May, from around mid-May or so, that caused the Aurora Borealis, we know it. I was live streaming it a couple weeks ago. It had returned under a different name, and now it is still coming back in action, now renamed. I forgot the name. I have to check. Active region 3673. I can't recall. But I thought that was kind of neat. It's still alive and kicking. It's not expected to cause any more aurora borealis, apparently, but you know, the major ones that we were seeing all over the world, but you know, because we're still in solar maximum, anything can happen. So I think I should do more live streams of the sun. Anthony Coates, welcome and thanks for joining. Thanks, John, for the shout out. Yeah, guys, give me a little thumbs up, a little like if you guys are loving this. It helps YouTube to push this stream out to other people too that are searching live space and live telescope and things like that. Yeah, and get this community going. Get it bigger and bigger. I'm glad you're liking this, Blair. I do a lot of live streams both during the day because we love to look at the sun live as well. So check out those live streams that I've posted recently. And I like to do deep space streams at night with the smart telescope, the Seestar s50. Ah, Aju, Sharma. Okay, yeah, Corona Borealis. That's a stream for another day. A lot of us have been monitoring this. Absolutely. So by September or before September, Corona Borealis is the nova. It's a reoccurring nova, only visible every 80 years. And this is like a new star in the night sky. So imagine looking up and seeing a star there that you had never seen before. So it'll be naked eye visible. We will not need a telescope for this. Of course, we're going to want to capture it and image it with our telescopes or look at it with binoculars if you have it, but you won't need it to look at this because it'll be as bright as another common star like Polaris. So, but yeah, we're waiting for that one. People are on the lookout. Astronomers, a lot of us are on the lookout for this literally every night, every other night, every chance we can have clear skies, or at least once a week. The nova will be visible, that new star. The hope is that before September, because it's every 80 years. The last time it was seen was it was 1946. So the year 1946 was the last time. It's a reoccurring nova. We're going to see it again very soon because this is the time now to see it. So, and you know, all these calculations are pretty accurate. That's why we know so much, or astronomers know so much about the night sky, and they know when an asteroid is going to come in near view, or a new comet and all this stuff. Oh, speaking of comets, have you guys been getting any comets? I know John, comet, you were showing me one, you did through Instagram. You were messaging me, and you got one of the most trending comets right now, Olbers. Am I saying that right? Olpers? Comet 13. Is anybody else getting some comets? Comets are hard right now. Okay, Comet 13P Olbers is what you're going to look for. They're hard for me because they're like in a location. They are west, and it's just hard because I have a building that's blocking that area. It's so hard for me to get sometimes these comets, but I'd probably have to go to another location to live stream that or to capture it. But you guys try and go get this comet. I think there's like 2 right now. What is the magnitude of comet Olbers right now? You can get it on your Seestar for sure, because I know one of our viewers, John, was definitely capturing that one with his Seestar. Yeah, so Comet 13P Olbers, I'm going to write it in the chat. I want you guys to try to check this one out if you haven't. It's got its little tail and everything. It's getting closer and closer to Earth, so first time in 69 years that this has been visible from Earth. I feel like there's one more. Is this the same one that's going to be visible during the fall? There's another one. Or maybe I'm thinking of Suchinsson Atlas. Yeah, Simple Man, I just saw your message. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're mentioning Albireo. I literally was looking at it right before I got to Eagle Nebula, right before I started live streaming. Albireo is really cool, guys, to look at in your... I think I've mentioned this before in another live stream. Albireo is a multiple star system, and you want to get that in your... You know, you can see it with the naked eye, but when you look at it, you're only seeing one star with the naked eye, but it's when you put it through a telescope, you can see 2, and it's 2 stars with different colors. I was looking at it. It was really pretty. I was looking at it before I did the live stream. I was looking at that one with the Seestar for a few minutes. Dennis, welcome from France. Thanks for watching. And Sue, what's going on? Thanks, guys. John, thank you. Olbers is a 6.9. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, anything 876 is good to look at with your Seestar. Even better if it's a 6.9. That's great. Markarian's Chain or Albireo, I mean, man, I can't compare those. They're both unique in their own way. I mean, Markarian's Chain is awesome because of all the galaxies you can get in one frame, like 12, 15 or more. But Albireo is unique because it's like a multiple star system, and the way, you know, you look at it with the naked eye and it's just one star, but then through the scope you're seeing 2 and different colors. One is blue, one is like a yellowy orange. It looks so neat. Okay, I definitely think between Suchinsson Atlas and Olbers is the best one right now. I guess Suchinsson might be leaving our solar system or something, but let me double check that right now. See 2023 A3 Suchinsson Atlas, magnitude 11. Okay, that's gonna be tough. I feel like I'm missing one more comment. If you guys know of another one that's trending right now, that's popular, I feel like there might be one more besides Olbers. There's a good site that I like to look up, guys. It's called the skylive.com, and you can look from your location what comets or objects are visible and exactly what location in the sky. I really, really like that. Oh, Dennis in France is saying you got the dumbbell nebula M27. Nice. Guys, I wonder if I should switch it to Albireo before we end the night here. I want you guys to see it so bad. It's actually cute. I think the best part is because with Albireo, you can, you go outside and you're looking at it with the naked eye, and then just to see it, a lot of stuff that we're looking at with deep space, you can't see that with your naked eye. So it's cool that it's like you're looking at it and then you're looking at the Seestar and it's like a whole different world because it's two different stars through the Seestar and different colors. We are at 40 minutes of stacking pillars of creation here, Eagle Nebula. Sarah's asking if there's 4 star systems. I'm not sure. I know there's multiple star systems like binary, and then there's also 3 triple star systems. Maybe there are. Maybe there are. I have to look that up. But probably are. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh yeah, there has to be. I'm seeing that there's 6 star systems as well from the NASA.gov website. Just like binary stars, triple star system can host planets as well. And okay, our nearest star, the Alpha Centauri system, includes 3 stars. I did not know that. So we've got Proxima Centauri, Alpha Centauri. Those are, I think Alpha Centauri and all that is all visible more in the southern hemisphere, if I'm not mistaken. And then there was a recently discovered 6 star system. That's wild. Yes, John, over 2K subscribers. I can't believe it. Even while I was away, Astro Room was still getting more subscribers. I was in shock. That was awesome. A lot of new people that are barely discovering the channel that even, that have had the Seestar for a while. It's pretty neat. Yeah, John, the Seestar comet list does have them. I like looking at what I was saying, the skylive.com. Like, I want directly to be able to see the magnitude of, of the comet and stuff. So, I wish the Seestar would tell me immediately the magnitude of a certain object. So I'll know if it's worth it to look at it or not. I guess in particular for me, because I live in very light polluted skies. So sometimes when comets are like at a 10 in magnitude or 11, it's just too difficult here for me to have a good glimpse of it. Okay, guys. Let me take a shot of this. Let me take a shot of this, a picture. See if I can get it a little bit darker. I'm playing around with the contrast a little bit. Okay. What do you guys think to close it out? Should I move it to Albireo? All right. Oh, you see that? You see oh, can you guys see that? When you look up Albireo in the Seestar, let me move it. Let me move it. I don't think you guys can see that. You notice it actually says, you type in Albireo and it has a line star, but then it says multiple star, double stars. You guys see that? Either one will get us there. Let's go. Let's go to switch object. And you know what? I might go get my diffraction spikes and go outside and put it on there because I think it's going to look cooler with diffraction spikes. You know, so you guys see that, right? We're going to Albireo. I don't like it that the Seestar is going to give me another object name down here. But just do know that we are... This is Albireo right there, okay? I'm going to zoom out. It's going to give me this. Gaia number 2026. Okay, looks like it's slewed there already. But we're going to look at Albireo. Double star system. Binary star. There it is. It's 2. I'm going to zoom in. Quick autofocus first. I gotta take off the... Hold on. Let me take off the light pollution filter. Because I had it on for the Eagle Nebula. Okay. Autofocus again. And then I'm gonna zoom in. Okay, we finally have it autofocus. I guess it's as round as it's gonna get right now. And let's do a little bit of image stacking. And I'm gonna zoom in. Oh. There it is, guys. Let me dig into this one. Trying to get my scope back up too so you guys can. Got my scope down there. How far is this? Double star. Okay, so Albireo is in the Swan, Cygnus the Swan constellation. Part of the Summer Triangle. Visible apparently only from the northern hemisphere. You see how it's two different colors, guys? Hopefully they can resolve a little better as we image a little bit more. It's only been about under a minute. It's 430 light years from Earth. 430 light years from Earth. Okay, you know what? Simple man, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go out there. You guys will see me go out there because I have the scope cam on at the bottom. The chat might be in the way a little bit, but OG Treb, thanks for joining. Let me take off my mic. I'm gonna go out there. Get my spikes. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Let's give it about a minute or two or three for it to pick up the spikes. Thanks, guys, for joining. You guys have a good night. or good rest of your day, depending where you are. We're just going to keep it for just a few more minutes. It's late here too where I am. I just want to see how this pops out with the diffraction spikes. Got to give it a minute for it to catch it. John from Australia. All right. Thanks for joining. Oh, we got the spikes, guys. You see that? Absolutely. That's it. Okay. Play with the brightness a little bit and saturation here. Wow, look at all the stars just around there. And, you know, when you're looking at it like this, you can tell why with the naked eye it looks like one star. I mean, now that I'm zoomed out, you can't really tell that it's two stars. You can barely tell that it's two stars, right? It's a binary system, binary multiple star system. You see, I zoom in, and now you can more easily resolve that it's two stars. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, if you want to see this right now, if it's nighttime where you are, and you want to see this star with the naked eye, you can. It is towards the east. And you can see my telescope on the bottom of your screen, if you're able to see it. It is pointing east. Look at this madness, guys. I love the diffraction spikes on there. My Bortle skies, you're not going to believe it. I'm at a Bortle 7-ish. 7-ish, 8. Let's say 7, because I'm thinking like Bortle 8, 9 is going to be like Los Angeles, but I'm like 30, 45 minutes south of Los Angeles, California. So, you know, still pretty light polluted. And yeah, so we can see this star so well because it's only 430 light years from Earth. And I mean, I say only because, you know, that compared to other deep space objects, right? That's relatively near. Thanks for joining, Conspiración de un Marconero. Are you in Portugal or Brazil? Or maybe you're not there, but are you Portuguese or Brazilian? I'm glad you guys are liking this. Hit me with a like, guys, if you're loving this. Helps me keep these live streams going. Helps pump me up. Oh, OG? What would Earth look like from there? Oh, that's deep, man. I love that. That is deep. Oh, man, I love just the thought of that. What would Earth look like from there? Are you kidding me? Yeah, simple man. That's why I love the Seestar. Like I'm in such light polluted skies, but I can still see awesomeness, you know? Any of us, right? Any of us can have this scope, and no matter how light polluted your skies are, look at this stuff. This is awesome. Oh, and I mean, looking at Betelgeuse and what is it, Vega, those other stars, whew, even better. Thanks, Sue. Thanks, Sue. Yeah, the universe is incredible. I mean, there's always something incredible to look at, even things that you've seen already. To look at them again, you know? And what's cool is a lot of times what we see is only like images online, or you know what NASA shows you, or other space agencies and things like that, which is really cool. But to be able to look at it yourself in real time, so to speak, with your own telescope, or even like this, like through a live stream, it just makes it that much more special, right? To look at it yourself without just a, you know, it's not a downloaded image online, you know, you're just looking at it right there in real time. And I love what OG Trev said. Imagine what Earth would look like if you're there on the other side. John Newbert, you are at a Bortle 5. I wish I was at a Bortle 5. That's wonderful. I have to travel about 2.5 hours to get to a Bortle 3. And I love it there. It's at a national park here. Extremely dark skies. I've taken my Seestar out there. It's amazing. Yeah, for sure, Simple Man. What would all those other galaxies look like when you're at a whole other galaxy? Imagine. Look at this, guys. What are we? 5 minutes of stacking? Look at all the stars around there. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, man. That's some beautiful stuff right there. Wow. I love this view. Now, because we're at almost 6 minutes of stacking, can you kind of see, even from a zoomed out view, that it is a binary star, right? A multiple star system. But yeah. That's right, Joshua Tree National Park. OG, you've got some cloudy skies and rain. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for your support. Feel free to send me a super chat or a super thanks. It's gonna blow up the if you send me a super chat or a super thanks, it's next to the smiley face. Next to the smiley face, you see a little money. But if you send that, it's gonna blow up the chat. Really big. And you know, that's one way to support besides like and subscribe. Thank you everyone, but it's one way to support the channel because I am not sponsored by any telescope company at all. I'm not sponsored or branded or whatever you want to call it, you know, by any of that. So I'm bringing this to you guys on my own. I have so much fun doing this, and I appreciate any support that I get. I know a lot of you, even some of you that are watching right now, have given me so much support, and it means a lot to me, so thank you. We're loving this. And you can become a member of the channel too. Feel free to become. There's a link in the description. This is looking pretty good. Thanks so much for joining, everyone. I'm going to call it a night. It's 11:30 p.m. California time. And stay tuned for more live streams from the Astro Room because you know they're coming. Whether it's daytime live streams looking at the sun live, or nighttime deep space streams, or even the moon. We got to get our moon back up on some live streams. I haven't done the moon in a while. The moon is rising late tonight. which is great because we're able to see stuff better. Thanks for joining, everyone.